Hello Stampers, Jackie Bolhuis with Klompen Stampers. Today I have a super fun, kind of comical, funny birthday card to make for you. It's the perfect stamp set I'm using, Way to Goat. If you haven't seen it before, it's quite comical. And it'd be perfect to make cards for young or old or male or female. Just change up the colors and you got a fun birthday card. So got lots of tips to share with you. We're going to be coloring with Stampin Blends, and I'm going to share some quick and easy coloring tips with Stampin Blends. And then our card, we're going to make it a slimline card, which seems to be all of the rage right now. So I hope you like today's project. I hope you learned some tips. And then don't forget, if you'd like to order any of the Stampin' Up! Supplies that I use today, you can hop right over to my website. I'll have a link right down there in the video description and place your Stampin' Up! Order. Also over there, I'll have a list of everything I use as well as the measurements. So if you'd like to make this card, it'll make it really easy for you. Just the recipe, what size to cut what, and what you need to make them. So that's enough chit chat. Let's go ahead, flip this camera down, and let's make a super fun, kind of comical birthday card. Hold on one second. I think I've shared a few cards with you already using this Way to Goat stamp set, and I just kind of keep going back to it when I want to do a funny card. You know, I'm typically all about the flowers and the leaves and the trees, but you know, sometimes we just have to laugh a little bit, and these goats just make me laugh and smile. So we are going to start, and we're going to use Happiest of Birthday stamp set. This is a great, nice, big birthday greeting stamp set that you can pair with anything. Now you'll notice we do have a happy birthday in here, but it's quite small. I wanted this large one. So we're going to start out with a piece of Whisper White that's 3 by 8 1/4. Now remember, you don't have to worry about those measurements. They will be over on my website for you. And then we're going to go ahead. I have 2 of the different goats stuck on my blocks here. And we're going to go ahead, and this first one, we're going to just kind of stamp him down here towards the bottom. And then next, and this stamp's pretty big, so I'm going to actually ink it up upside down here. And I am using the Memento Black. Remember, when you color with Stampin' Blends, which are alcohol markers, we almost stamped that upside down. You know, I'm so bad about putting my labels on my stamps. I really, really, really need to do that more often. So there we go. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays. And now here's the fun part. We're going to take the other goat that's kind of a dancing goat, we're going to call him. And he is going to just go right up here and dance right on the top of our wishing. Now, I cannot take credit for the layout of this card. It was actually a card that Stampin' Up! Shared with us demonstrators. I don't think it had this part of it down at the bottom, though. So I decided to make it into the slim line, and then we could get the second goat on there. Now, what I had, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to color our goats with Stampin' Blends. So I like to work with a light and a dark together, and that's why they sell them together, because you're really going to want both of them. So we have light crumb cake and dark crumb cake. In most cases, I like the bullet tip. Now, you know, I think with coloring with Stampin' Blends, it does become, you know, you have to play with it and figure out what works best for you. Now, I found I go light first, and I always try to just color in one section of a time. So we're doing his body, and then I'm going to take, they come off a little hard there, the darker color, and I like to come along generally the left side. And I'm just kind of putting a line down. And then anytime we have like his arm, we're going to go a little bit underneath it. We'll put some dark on the little squiggles here that show us some of his fur. We'll kind of come on that end and kind of define his leg a little bit. And then I come back to this light, and you can probably hear that. It almost sounds like I'm scrubbing the paper. I'm doing a circular motion right over that. Now, the beauty of Stampin' Blends, okay, the alcohol marker, you can go over and over and over your coloring. So if you feel like, oh, we need a little bit more dark down here, I can come back with my dark, and then I'll come back with my light and just go over it. You know, those circular motions is what will kind of blend that color for you. So then we can come down and, let's do his legs here. I guess I got dark. So we're going to start out. He's going to have dark legs. Whichever color you grab first, I guess. And we're just going to go over it and blend it a little bit. You know, truly no right or wrong way. I think it's really just developing what works for you. So I like to do a little light, a little dark, and then go back with the light. So there's our light. Let's add some dark up at the top. You know, don't be afraid of coloring with these. You know, I found some people are kind of intimidated. They hear alcohol markers and it's like, oh my goodness, how am I going to color with them? I don't know how to color with them. You know what? They're really no different than coloring with other markers, other than you get this, you know, beauty of being able to add the light and then the dark, come back and blend that in. You don't get those brush marks like you do with the regular Stampin' Write markers. You know, once I started using these, I never use Stampin' Write to color anymore. These just color so nice. Let's see, we'll do his eyelids since they look like they're closed. And I think we're going to take the dark here. What do we have? Dark smoky slate. Let's do his hoofs in that one. And color over here and over there. I think we'll do his little horns in the smoky slate as well. So there is our first little guy. Now remember, with Stampin' Blends, when you're done using them, pop that top on. You want to make sure that you push down and you hear that pop, because that's what keeps them from drying out. Now we also have, what did we grab here? Bermuda Bay. So we have light and dark. And what I'm going to do, just to add a bunch of color to our card, is we're going to color in all the little like enclosed areas of our writing, I think. So we're just going to work our way down here. There we go. Look how that just adds some kind of fun color. And then we would come down here and we would start coloring our goat. And again, this one, I'm going to do that smoky slate, but I don't think I'm going to color the whole thing for you, because you can get the gist here of me coloring. But again, we're kind of doing one section at a time. Fill in with that light color and then come back with the dark. We'll use wherever there's natural shading. Kind of do is back in there, put some dark in there, and then come back with that light. And remember, you can go over and over and over. So if there's spots that you need to have darker or you don't like how they look, just go back in with that lighter, that dark, and just keep working your way to coloring him. So rather than watching me finish color that, what we're going to do is set this aside, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the finish card for you. So here's our finished one. This one I used the Melon Mambo instead. So I was really just trying to make more of a female looking card, and this one will be more my male looking card. I'll actually finish this one up and I'll post pictures of both of these on the website for you, so you'll be able to see how this one turns out along with Bermuda Bay instead of Melon Mambo here. Now, a couple of things I did on this one, which I probably won't do over here because this is going to be a male, so we don't want a bow. But look at the cute little bow on our goat there. And all I did for that is I took this white crinkle ribbon, and this is awesome with these blends because we don't have ribbon in a lot of colors, but you can easily take a blend, and I'm just using more of that brush tip and running it over there. And look at how easy peasy that colors. It colors both sides. It bleeds right through. It dries almost instantly. And so I did that. I tied a little bow and added it with a glue dot. The other thing I did, see those little pearls? Okay, pearls also color amazing. Whoop, I guess I didn't have the top on that one very good. But you can color your pearls with your blends as well. So I did some Melon Mambo ones, and I also did a few of the Granny Apple, and then just added those as just an extra little embellishment on there to finish off our card. Now, our base of our card was 7.5 by 9, so it does make our card 9 by 3 3/4. Now, a lot of people have been making these slimline cards, and everybody asks about envelopes. Sure, you can make your own envelope. I know some of you like to do that. I just have never been into making my own envelopes. So I just take a regular business envelope and it fits perfectly in there. Normal stamp, one stamp, and you're good to go to mail it. I did finish the inside as well. Use the third goat in that set. I got you a cake, but I ate it, and then it's your day. Enjoy. So there is our super fun, cute, laughable birthday card. I hope you've enjoyed the project. All the tips I shared today with coloring with Stampin' Blends, coloring your pearls, coloring your ribbon. And again, hop over to my website. I'll have pictures, a list of all the supplies I used, the cutting recipes to make these cards. And then if you'd like to place a Stampin' Up! Order, you can do that over there as well. And also make sure you reach out to me. If you have questions, leave me a comment or send me an email. I'm happy to help you with all your stamping needs. So until I stamp with you again, have a stamp happy day.